Welcome back, comrades. This is Gaming with Austin. And today, we're on episode 36 of the Utopian Community series. Let's get this fired up. You know, it's not always the greedy people that survive a famine. Those with the slow metabolism are also more likely to survive. Allergy season's kicking in, by the way. Just so you know. Just so you know, allergy season is kicking in. If you're up in the northern hemisphere. Well, in the southern hemisphere, flu season will start soon. The early 1900s was was the golden age of capitalism. Then things started going downhill. At the end of the Cold War. In true communism, you could get your own food without using any money, without depending on the government for the funds. Because of powerful machines. That are set up by the state to help us. Like which the farming is done by cyborgs. It wouldn't be regular humans that would do the job. It'd be the cyborgs. The man machine. The man machine. would do the job. Who would pay for your health care? The state should pay for your health care. Under one condition. You gotta be drug-free for at least 6 months. With the healthcare, like, with the exception of rehabilitative care for all the drug addicts. Because forcing a drug addict who is physiologically not ready for rehab can actually kill the addict. Most of the smoking addiction is psychological. Eventually, they design cigarettes to have severe physiological withdrawal symptoms, like grand mal seizures type. There's physiological symptoms. What Pokemon game would I'm thinking about getting? I'll be getting Ultrazona or Ultramond. Pokemon Ultramond. Ultrazona or Ultramond. Ich will gekaufen. Ultrazona oder Ultramond. Mein Bruder hat Ultrazona. Ich will gekaufen Ultramond. My critique against abortion, I have against abortion. What if there was what if we are facing severe population decline? My critique against abortion is more of a what-if scenario. It's more of a what-if scenario. And on a generation ship, basically, you go into the ship, but you will not make it to the destination, but your descendants will. You're not going to make it to your destination, but your descendants will make it. That's what I mean by generation ship. And in that type of ship, there'd be laws that are against that go against birth control and abortion. Because they have to ensure that the entire crew members and or their descendants can make it there alive. They gotta make sure every last surviving descendant can get there alive. The first generation of starships would utilize solar sails and asteroids. Tiefweltraum means deep space in German. Tiefweltraum. 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 German really is not that harsh of a language. Some people facetiously refer to it as Cookie Monster or Devil language. The most metal thing you can do is perform at a concert even if you're very sick. I'd rather work every day even if I'm sick. But I would have to wear a face mask if I'm sick to make sure others don't get sick. But if I get really sick, like simply touching someone can get them sick, I'd have to stay home. And, like, when it goes to health issues, even being at a healthy weight whilst even if you don't risk obesity from secondhand smoke, there are other problems associated with it too, like heart disease, lung cancer, COPD, chronic bronchitis, reduced lung capacity, throat cancer, mouth cancer, that's associated with direct smoking. When you're directly smoking the cigarette. I never smoked. You shouldn't be smoking at all, kids, because it's very bad for your lungs. And reduced lung capacity in childhood can put you at a higher risk of obesity in adulthood. Just popping my knuckles, that's all. Now I have a tip for you kids. Don't smoke. Because there's this girl who died from... lady who died from cancer back in 2003. Oh no, 2013. Her name was Terry Hall. She is featured in the tips from former smokers. With a she had a really huge hole in her. She had a hole in her neck where they removed her larynx. Smoking can damage your body. Don't smoke, kid. Seriously, don't smoke. Smoking marijuana is a different story. If you're in a country that allows the use of marijuana, go ahead. But tobacco, don't. Marijuana, as long as it's legal, go ahead. Unless you suffer an allergic reaction to it. Be careful if you're going to smoke marijuana because you might suffer an allergic reaction to it. I know there are people out there in this world that are allergic to marijuana. I'm waiting in my cold cell when the bells begin to chime. 'Cause at 5 o'clock they take me to the gallows. Take me to the gallows. listen to a lot of heavy metal. Just popping my knuckles, it's all. I get that we all want to be famous. I get that. One of the factors that affects your ability to gain fame on social media is the frequency you do your posts. The more frequent you do them, the more follower base you'll have. Eventually. Like, if you do it over a long period of time, your follower base would grow rapidly. Your follower base would grow depending on how many videos you post. At first, when I had 100 followers, I seldomly posted stuff on Instagram. And when I started posting Minecraft Utopian community series onto my Instagram, my follower base exploded. It exploded from about 100 to about 400. And eventually, I'll end up reaching about 10,000, like sometime in the kind of distant future, like a couple of years from now, I'll be reaching about 10,000 followers eventually. If I keep it up, Eventually, I'd have a cult following. Similar to the Iron Giant. Which, by the way, is one of the most underrated films out there. It is one of the most underrated films out there. One of the most underrated films out there. There are more underrated films out there, too. But one of the most underrated films is The Iron Giant. Not all box office bombs are bad, based on the collective opinion. Some are actually really good. What will the building look like? I know this is going to be several months before this gets finished. It's going to be several months before it gets finished. But you comrades will be surprised when you see the finished building. You comrades will be surprised when this building gets finished. You comrades will be surprised when you see the finished building. Each floor is about 10 acres. 10 acres can feed about 60 people. Acres, 60 people. Assuming they're all vegan. When you see the finished building, you comrades will be surprised when you see this get finished. I know this is going to be quite a while before this gets finished. I know. It'll probably look like a glowing cube. Prima Victoria. Once I get this finished, I'm gonna count how many floors there are. This is the 4th floor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, let's see, 31. Let's count again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 5. The amount of floors there are is the meaning of life. 255. Reduce that. $252 floors. No, 252. Hi Cortana, what is 252 divided by 6? The meaning of life. Feed about 2,520 people. Yes, that is a lot. Anyways, this is it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this video. Dislike if you disliked it. Subscribe for more. Share this with your comrades on social media. As always, stay tuned for more. Follow me on Instagram at GamingWithAustin. Yes, that's my Instagram. As always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more, and peace out.